The more I think about that press conference for Usyk Fury, the more I think that the Gypsy King is like a cornered animal. He feels massively under threat. That's why he was so aggressive. That's why he was trying so hard to intimidate Usyk. Far harder than he's ever tried to intimidate any other opponent in his entire career. Tyson Fury is angry and he's desperate. That's the impression I get, because he didn't really want to take this fight. He felt pressured into taking it by the fans, people like us, criticizing him for avoiding Usyk for 2 years, from the media to some extent, from other fighters. I think he feels pressure from his own ego to put on a good performance after that dismal display against Francis Ngannou. And when that pressure was combined with Usyk showing signs of weakness against Daniel Dubois and an enormous paycheck put in Fury's lap by the Saudis, that, in my view, is what caused Fury to bite the bullet and take the fight at this juncture. But I suspect to some extent he still resents having to do so. That ideally he would have at least delayed this fight for a while longer, if not avoided it completely, and kept milking that WBC belt against hand-picked opposition, fighting a mandatory once every 2 years, all of that facilitated by Mauricio Sulaiman, etc. So, to some degree, he's been forced into a corner in my view. Now, some animals, some people, when they get backed into a corner, they crumble, they cower, but then other people come out swinging. Tyson Fury, we've seen time and time again, is the kind of person who's going to come out swinging. If I'm right, and he kind of resents having to take this fight, that's probably a good thing as far as the performance he's going to produce. Pressure makes diamonds. And I think we're going to get a monumental effort from Tyson Fury in this fight. And it'll be far better than he was against Francis Ngannou. The fact that he's set up shop in Saudi for his training camp so far out from the fight shows how serious he is. Never mind all his rhetoric about, oh, it's an easy fight, this, that, and the other. If he really felt that way, he wouldn't be pulling out all the stops. He'd be chilling. And once again, this, certainly to me, reinforces the idea that he was never going to fight Usyk early last year. Because where was the urgency in his training camp then? It was a little over from a month out from the proposed fight date, and Fury still didn't have any sparring partners in camp or anything. That was not a guy that was getting ready to fight Alexander Usyk for undisputed. That was a guy who was looking for a way out. You still get these Fury fans who don't understand the concept of avoiding a fight for a certain period of time and then eventually taking it down the line. They think that ducking means you avoid someone for their whole career. No, it doesn't. Canelo Alvarez ducked Gennady Golovkin for several years, but he eventually fought him and beat him. Fury ducked Usyk for 2 years. There were several opportunities for Fury to make the fight, and he scuppered it deliberately. The first opportunity was after Usyk beat AJ the first time. They could have done it then. Usyk wanted to do it then. Fury said, oh, no, I need a tune-up fight. What? You just fought Wilder a couple months earlier. Why would you need a tune-up fight? Not to go over all that old ground here, but look at Usyk and his demeanor and body language and the way he behaved at a press conference compared to Fury. Who looked under more pressure to you? Who looked happier to be there? If it was Usyk who was avoiding the fight all along, why was he so happy at the press conference? And why was Fury so angry and upset? To me, it's very, very clear. Usyk doesn't feel backed into a corner. He wants to be here. He's been chasing this fight for 2 years. More than 2 years at this point, but he's got this fight, right? Whereas Fury's been trying to worm his way out of it and he's been backed into a corner. He's coming out swinging. It's exactly the kind of pressure that Tyson Fury needs. Maybe he doesn't like that type of pressure from the fans and all that kind of thing. Maybe he'd like to just sit back and fight these easy fights and chill out. But that's not how we see the best of Tyson Fury. We see the best of him when he's put in these pressure cooker situations, when his back's against the wall. And here he is again with his back against the wall. And I think Fury is going to rise to the occasion. His track record shows that he's risen to the occasion when his back's against the wall. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to win, but I think he's going to produce one of the best efforts of his career. So, just wanted to give my thoughts on that. Give me your thoughts about it in the comment section below.